So hey guys, how's it going on? Welcome back to a brand new episode on the channel, and today in this episode we are going to cover HTML. So shall we get started without any further ado in the journey of making you a full stack developer? So let's get started. So to start with, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So what is a hypertext markup language? You can consider this as a markup language, like a specific language which will turn your language into a website or a web page. So you can consider HTML as a backbone of web pages. It structures the content on a web page. Now, for example, let us consider a website. Let us say this is a website. Okay. Now this website will have images. It can have videos. It can have random text in there and a lot of stuff for you to do things like you can watch YouTube, you can use WhatsApp on the web, and there is a lot of cool stuff which you can do in websites, right? Now, to start with HTML, I would like to give you a small brief about things. Now, what is that? As I previously explained in the previous video, we use HTML to create a structure for our website, whereas we use CSS to give styling to our website. And compared to CSS, there is one more thing which provides you which is called as JS, which provides you function which provides functionality and interactivity to your website. So when we combine all three these things, when we compare HTML, CSS, JS together, we can create mind-boggling websites which are beginner friendly, right? To create much more complex websites faster and efficiently, there are more technologies which we will be learning later on this playlist. But for now, let's focus on HTML in this episode and learn it like perfectly so that we don't need to learn it back again. So let's get started. Now let's get started with the basic structure of an HTML document. So right now I'm at a folder which is like placed in my desktop, then a YouTube folder, and within that I have a directory called full stack course, and within that I have HTML. So I have opened this HTML folder in my VS Code, as you can see right here. Let me zoom it in a bit, right? Now within this folder I'm going to create a new file. Let us say index.html. Generally we name our HTML documents as index only. Most of the times it's like a convention to be followed, which most of the people follow. So first of all, for a basic HTML file, as I said, it is a markup language. It follows a particular syntax which we need to follow to give structure to our websites. So the most important thing is a doc type declaration, which is typed like something like this. So doc type HTML, this is like a declaration that to the website, like this is a doc type, this is an HTML file. Now compress, I mean convert all the code below this line into a website. That's what this particular syntax is telling to the web browser when you open this file in a web browser. Okay. Now then there is something called as HTML tag. Now this is the basic tag which in within which all your HTML code lies. After this we have a head tag. Now, what does this head tag considers? Like it contains. So let me show you with an actual example. So the drawing board on which I was drawing is a website in itself. Now this website is called excalidraw.com. If you take care of the header section, you can see something here like Excalidraw. Like that is a title of the website. Now, if I give a title to my website, which we are creating right here, I'll create another tag called title, and within this title I will, let's say, my first website. I'll save it, and now what I will do is I will open this index.html file in my web browser. So let's do it. So I will again go back to the directory. Here's my index.html file. I will right click on it. Let's just directly open it, and you can see here the website is completely blank because we don't have anything in our code right now, but you can see my first website on top of here, right? In the tab, if I change it to my cool website, and if I hit save, you can see if I refresh this page, my cool website is right there. So that is how title works. There is more things like metadata which you store in the header section. Header section is actually used to store all your metadata. Now what do you mean by metadata? Metadata relates to more like SEO things, like your website, about like what your website is about. Like let's say we have google.com. Okay, let's say we have our google.com. Now, when you search for something on google.com, what does happen? Let us say I'm searching YouTube, or let's say let's search for video streaming website. So if we do this, what does we get? We get YouTube and all these other websites, right? Video stream for Chromecast and all stuff. Why do we get this? Because in their metadata, that those websites provide us like with data. Like this is a website for video streaming. This is a website for casting. This is a website for gaming. This is a website for drawing. Something like that. That's why our websites come into Google search results when we type something related to their metadata. That's how it works. And coming to the next part, we have something like a body. Now, if I say a body here, this is the body element. Now, what does this body do? Now, let's have a look at our website again. So, this is the title, and everything that comes in this white space is the body. Everything within the body comes into this white space. So let us write a basic something right now first, then I will explain what it is later on. So let's have mm, my first website. If I hit save, refresh the page, my first website is here. Let's add something else. Let's copy this, paste it, my cool website, hit save, control R, refresh, and we see the update right on the website. Now, isn't that cool? So this is how a website works. This is how HTML works. This is how you create a HTML file, how you open it in the browser, and how you make basic changes in your HTML file. Now, let's get to know some most of the common HTML tags. So first of all, let's start with text formatting tags. So this is H1. H1 stands for heading 1. Similar to H1, we have many other tags. Let's say this is H1. I'm saying something like Naruto. Let's say Naruto. And then we have similarly 5 other tags which are H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. So let me replace this with H2 and then let me replace this with H2. Similarly, this will be H3 and this will be H3 as well. So now I have made the changes. That is, this one is H1, this one is H2, this one is H3, H4, H5, H6. So H1 stands for heading 1, H2 stands for heading 2. Similarly, H6 stands for heading 6. Now what are these? Let's test them out. I'll hit save and then if I come here and refresh, you will see different sizes. The same thing is written in different sizes. So if I say what is this? Now you can consider this as a priority. H1 is prioritized, like it is the main heading, and then a subheading will be H2, and then H3 will be subheading below it. Similarly, these are levels of headings, like on priority basis. You can consider it something like that. So this is H text, or you can say the heading tags. And then comes a P tag, which is for paragraph tag, which is the paragraph tag. Let us say this is paragraph. If I hit save and refresh the website, you can see this is a paragraph, right? And let us say something else. Uh, this is a cool website. Let's add more paragraphs below it. And if I hit refresh here, you can see this is a cool website. We have multiple things like multiple paragraph elements, right? Now that is a cool stuff. But what more can I do? Now I'm gonna tell you something like text formatting, like something. Okay, let me just show it to you. So this is a P, right? This is a paragraph element. Now let's just highlight this cool word. So I'm going to cut that and put in a B tag there and paste it. Now what does B do? B does bolding. So if I hit save and refresh the website, you can see cool is bold. Cool is now bold. If I zoom this, you can see cool is now bold. Similarly, if I'm going to keep this in an I tag, and now you'll see, okay, my bad. I think I should be within here. Let's just do that. And now you can see the cool is bold as well as it is italic now. So there are more tags which you can use, but you will eventually learn about them later on. But for now, let's move on to the next topic, which is lists. So now let's us create a list of anime. Like how do we create a list in HTML? So there are two types of list. One is ordered list and the other one is unordered list. So what are ordered lists? Ordered lists are something like you can say one and some data, two and then some data, three and then some data, four and then some data. This is ordered list. What is an ordered list? We have a point and then some data. We have another point and then some data. We have another point and then some data. I simply mean that this has numbering. Ordered list has numbering for itself and unordered list does not have any numbering to itself. So if I code that up, this is the body, and within the body, what we do is let's create an ordered list first. So the ordered list tag is OL. So if I say OL and then I say LI. So what is OL? OL stands for ordered list. So within the OL tag, you will have the list items. So LI stands for list items. Now within this LI tag, if I put something like Naruto and if I hit save, you should see one as Naruto. And then I create another LI tag, and within this let's put in One Piece and hit save, and then let's put in another one, let's put another, let's say Blue Lock, and if I hit save and refresh this, you can see Naruto, One Piece, Blue Lock, like 1 2 3. Similarly, let's create an unordered list now. So this is our ordered list, and if we create an unordered list, the tag for unordered list is UL, which stands for unordered lists. That's simple and clear. And let's just put in the same data within this unordered list as well. If I hit save and refresh, you should see Naruto One Piece Blue Lock with the dot thing beside it. Now, isn't that cool? This is how you can simply make lists in HTML. Now, before we go ahead, at the end part of this video, I will also explain you like some basic extensions which you can use to make your HTML websites much cooler. So just keep watching the video till the end so that you cannot miss any information here because everything is important. So let's just continue with our stuff for now. And the next thing is links and images. So how do we create links? I mean, how do I give a link in my website which takes to my YouTube channel, which takes to my Instagram page or something like that, which takes to another blog article or anything? So there is one tag called as an anchor tag. Now what does this anchor tag do? Anchor tag, it's like an anchor which turns you like from one place to another, which takes you from one place to another. And what is this href? So these things which we have in between the tags, these are called as attributes. So href is a attribute which has the location to which the anchor tag has to take. So let's give a link to my YouTube channel, let's say. So I'll just say youtube.com/Ashish Nallana. Okay, my bad. We have an ad here. And here we have our, I hope you are subscribing it. You should. And then what we are going to do is we come here, we put this here, and then within here, I'm going to give some text. Let's say my YouTube channel. I'll do something like this. I hit save. And if I refresh this page, I have a link here. If I click on this link, it will take me. Isn't that cool? Now, do we do next? Now, what do we do next? Now, I'm going to show you a small magic. Like instead of my YouTube channel, like a simple text, I'm going to make it different. Let's use an H1 and then paste this thing. So my YouTube channel, this entire thing becomes an H1. So what I want to tell you is that the anchor tag can take other elements in it. It can take a single element, or you can convert you can add more h1s and make that entire thing into, like, if I click on this one, it will take me to to my YouTube channel. If I click on this one, it will take me to a YouTube channel. It will consider this entire thing as a single anchor element, and that's how it works. Now, if we consider about, now this is how you add links to websites into your website. But how do I add images now? Coming to images, we use something called as an IMG. IMG element. Now, this IMG has two major attributes. One is source, one is alt. Now, what is source first? Similar to href, in source, we provide the destination to the image file which is saved in our computer. Or, to be even simple, if an image is hosted online, we can directly give that image URL here and we can show that in our website. I'll do both these ways, but wait for me. Okay. And what is this alt attribute? Alt is like, suppose there is a blind person who is using a website via a mobile phone or a computer. So he will turn on some features like talkback, which tells him what's on his screen. Now, obviously, a talkback feature cannot tell what's an image about, right? So how do that talkback feature tell the blind person what this thing is about? So in alt tag, we describe the image shortly, like very briefly, we describe what the image is about. That's why alt tag is used to tell what a particular image is about. It can also help in your SEO, like search engine optimization. It can also help you with that by telling the website or Google like this is this image about. That's how we can use it. Now let's come and find some cool images. I'll go to pexels.com and find an image. So here, let's say, let's get lion. Let's just get a random image of a lion. Let's get this one. This looks cool. If I right click on it and if I copy image address, you should see if I paste that image address here, I'll directly get the image of the lion. So the same thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that thing in the source and hit save now. And now if I refresh this page, you should see that line image here. Let's take it to 100%. And yeah, this is the image. Now, currently the image has aligned itself as per the website and the number of pixels this image is. As this is an HD image, it took a very big size by itself. We can arrange all the height, size, everything with CSS as well. But for images, you can also arrange height and width from the website, from HTML itself. So to arrange its height, to change its height, you can use the height attribute. And let's just say 500 here. If I hit save and then refresh here, the height is reduced. And if I give it a width as well, let's give it a width of 500 to save, refresh, and you can see it's now adjusted as per the height and width I have given it. And now let's just see how we can do a different thing. Okay. Like we can, how should I show an image which is in my device in via the image element in HTML? All right. So now let's just simply download an image of a tiger. That would be cool. Let's download this one. Let's do save image as, and then I'm going to go into this YouTube folder, this course HTML. Let's create another directory outside here. Let's give it a name. Let us say assets. Now within this assets, I want to save this image as tiger. So it is tiger.jpg, right? Now I want to access that image with it. Now let's just keep this image as it is. Below this, I will create another HTML img tag. Now in here, I'll do dot slash. It will access the files within the current directory. But if I do dot slash, it will access directories and files outside the current directory. Like as you know, we are in this HTML right now. This index.html file is declared in this HTML folder. So I came out of it. So now it should show me the HTML directory as well as the assets directory. And now I will click on assets and it will take me to assets directory. Now after the asset, in the assets directory, I have this tiger.jpg which I just downloaded. You can see here this tiger.jpg, we just downloaded it. And if I hit save and then refresh this page, and then you can see this is the tiger.jpg. Now, isn't this cool? Now, same thing, you can adjust the height and width here as well. This is how it works. And then I can give an alt. A normal person cannot see the alt even if you add it. It's not for the common eye to see it. It's like digitalize something behind the website. Okay. As I said, it is for people like blind to so that the website can provide information about the image to the SEO, to Google, to people, blind people, something like that. Okay. That's how it works, and that is the main purpose of it. And then coming to the next topic, which is forms, HTML forms. So now let's cover HTML forms. So coming to forms, a form in HTML is used to collect data. You can have different fields, like you would have seen various examples of sites. Let's say this is a form. You fill Google Forms, right? In that Google Forms, it's an entire website which is a form in itself. But in our website, what do we do is we can create multiple forms. Like how does it work? So assume this is a Google form, okay? So within the Google form, we have something like a heading. At the top, we have an heading, and then we have some data and stuff. And the rest part is the form. This is how a general Google form. It's like a specified website for forms. But what we want is we have our website. This is our entire website within which suppose we have a portfolio. So I will give a contact me section. I will give a contact me section which will have a form attached to it. You can fill this form with your details and I will receive a message from you. So I'll give different fields here. Let's say the name, let's say the message, let's say the attachments, any attachments. If you have all this data, I will take within the form and that form can be submitted to me somehow. That is a backend part. So how do we create forms in HTML? So coming to that, so this is the body. Within the body, we use a tag called as form. Now, what is this action attribute is used for? The action attribute is used to perform an action when the form is submitted. Now, you don't need to go much deep into this right now, but what it will be, you will eventually know when we cover backend and stuff. Okay. So within the form tag, this is the basic form tag, right? Now, within this, we need to have input elements, which takes some input. Okay. So let us say we create a label first for the input. Let's say a label for this input and let's just give it its name. Enter username. This is a label tag for that, and then I will give an input of type text, take text input, and then if I hit save, refresh, you can see name as a label and this. Now this label has an attribute called for. What is this for? If I give this to, like, I want to create a label specifically for this input. So I will add this input as something like we have to add a link between this label and input. For that, we use this for attributes. So if I use an attribute called ID to give this input tag, let's say an ID like name, and then in this for, if I add name, now both these guys are linked with each other. Now this name is specifically for this input where I can add type some text. That is why it is. Okay. Now after this input, I will create a button tag which is used as button. So let's just say click me. And if I hit save, refresh, we have this button as well. So this is how we create. If we have another data, let's say here, this is, let's take message. Let's name this MSG and this as MSG. So now we have two inputs, one for name, one for message. Now we know messages can be big depending on the situation and a lot of stuff. So generally we use another element for messages, which is a text area element. Okay. So if I hit save, okay, my bad. Text area needs a closing element as well. So slash text area. And if I hit save now, refresh, you can see now this is quite bigger. And if a user wants, he can actually make it bigger. and enter all his random text simply right here. And he can also make it small, something like this. This is how text area element works. So this is how you create forms in HTML. Now, within the forms, I've also explained you about the input tag. Now, you can use this input tag and text area tag, button tags, all these tags, even without the forms. It's not a rule or something to use them along with forms. Only you can use them outside the forms as well. Let us just remove this forms for now and just directly place it. And if I hit refresh, you'll see the same thing. But it's just that it is not a form right now. That is what I mean. Coming to the next part, what shall we go to? Let's go for tables. So how we can create HTML tables as well. So how does a table work in HTML? So coming to HTML tables, we have a similar HTML tag as we have tags for everything. We have a tag for a table as well. Now, as you can see, HTML is very, very, very simple. You just need to get your hands on dirty with the keyboard and your computer, and HTML is in your mind. It's that simple. So now, this is a table tag. Okay, within this table, what do we have? Within a table, what do we have, guys? We have columns, we have rows, and we have table cells, which contains the actual data. So to create a row, you can have something like a tag tr. So tr stands for a table row. Now within this table row, we have some data which is stands for th. Okay, which stands for th. Now within this, I'll add something like name, and then I'll add another one. Let's just say age. If I hit save and come here and refresh, you can see name and age, right? Similarly, let's create another one and let's just give it here. Let's say name Ashish Nalana and let's give my age 19. And if I hit save and if I refresh, you can see the data is aligned as per a table, right? Now I will tell you something different. Now this time we are considering this as the head table. Like in a sheets, in Excel sheet, what do? We have something on the top, right, which represents the name of that particular column. So to do that, this is supposed to be that thing, but we have created that as a simple row, like we created one for this. So we are going to change this to t head. Okay. Similarly, this is going to be slash t head. If I hit save now and refresh, you won't see much changes, but actually for the table, as I said, SEO optimization and stuff, it works like that. Actually, the table, it contains now something as t head, which contains the data like column name, etc. Similarly, we can create more rows here. Let's say Naruto, and let's give him an age of 21. Let's say refresh, and this is how we have. Similarly, we can add more columns, more data in the table row, etc. This is how tables work. Now, if I remove table, what is the next stuff we should take care of? Let me tell you more about some semantic HTML tags. Now, what are the semantic HTML tags? Now, semantic means you have some tags like a header, footer, an article section. Now, what does these means? Now, in a website, what is a basic structure of a website? If this is a website we have, the website will have a header, right? We will have a header. We will have a header. Simple. And after the header, below, we will have a footer, which tells about all the basic links in the website and stuff like that. We will have some few links here. That's how header and footer works. Now between these, our content is there. So if we want our website to consist of multiple sections, let's say this is our website, this is a section, below this we have another section. This way we can create multiple sections. So for this we can use an section element and something like that. So let's just go use those elements. So let us say a header, and let's say this is header. I'll hit save. Okay. This is header. And then I'll create a footer element and I'll say this is footer. My bad. This is footer. Okay. So if I hit save and come to the website and refresh it, you can see this is a header, this is footer. Now currently the footer is not aligned below because we haven't given any height to the website. If I give a height to the website, the footer will be aligned below. So let's just do style and then here we'll give height of 100 view heights. Now you will learn about these things in the CSS session, but for now let's just go with that. And if I refresh, nothing happened, my bad. To convert this footer to the below part, we had to add in more sections in between and stuff like that, or else we can do that using CSS as well, which we will learn in the next episode. But this is the header element, this is the footer element, and then we have an element called section, which is used to create various sections. Let's say about section. Now this is the about section. It is add. Now within this section, you can add multiple elements like an H1, let's say anime, and then in H2, I'll add something like Naruto, let's say. And if I hit save, refresh, this is a section, right? I have an H1 and H2. Similarly, I can create another section with the name, let's say about, I'll say about and hit refresh. This is another section we got. Okay, so this is how the section works. Now let me tell you briefly about one important tag which you won't use a lot, but it is generally used in various websites. Like it's a useful tag, which is called as BR. Now BR tag is used to create a break in the website, like a simple line, or you can see like a space. This is the BR website. I mean BR website. It's the break tag which is used to create a break or create a space in between. Okay. Now this is about semantic HTML tags now. What about okay, let's consider YouTube. Now YouTube plays videos, right? How do I add videos to my website, bro? Okay, let me show you. Let's chill and let's just see how videos are added into website. Similar to how we did image, it's almost similar, but there is a little change. Okay, so we use something like a video. We have the source. Now let's just get a video and add that thing into the source, right? So this is, let's go back to pixels and let's just search for a video. Let's say Spider-Man. Can we get a Spider-Man video in this website? I don't think so. Some sort of video. Okay, let me tell you about this website Pexels very briefly. Like this contains HD videos which are non-copyrighted. Like I mean, actually photographers take pictures and upload into this site. You can't do something like get a picture from Google and then upload it here. You can't do that. So that's how this works. Let's get this video. It's like a nice and cool video. And let's just download this one. Save video. It's an MP4 video in the assets. I'm saying Spider-Man. And if I hit enter, we have this video ready with us. So now if we go to the website, we remove all that. Let's just say dot slash assets and then spiderman.mp4. Hit save and then refresh. Our video is here. Let me just reduce the size for now. But can you see something? I play the video, I'm not able to do anything, right? So to actually get this, I will have to say something like controls. Now this will give me control over the video. If I hit refresh, you can see I have the control over the video. You can see this play pause button. I played the video. I can do full screen. I can do stuff like that. I can do like this playback speed, picture in picture. I can use these controls, I can mute the video and stuff like that. I can do these things. Now to do now similar to the img tag, you can also use directly the link of the video here, not YouTube video. Clear you one more thing. In YouTube, the videos are not directly as MP4. You can't directly download them. These are blob videos which come in as of a stream. This is not direct videos. Whereas in this website right now, we have directly given the entire video. This is not coming in form of stream or chunks. All right. So YouTube and this thing are working in a different manner, a totally different manner. All right. So this is how you use a video element or how you show a video. Now you can create interactive buttons for video as well, which we will cover later on. Like for that, you need to know about JavaScript, how you can select an element and play that particular video element via JavaScript or button clicks. You can do that. But for now, let's focus on HTML and learn it, not JavaScript in between HTML. All right. So this was video. Now, how do we do audio? Similarly, as we did for IMG, as we did for video, now we are going to do the same thing for audio. I use the audio tag, I have the source. Similarly, I'll have something like controls, and I'm done. Okay, this is it. I'll add the source here and everything is cool. Now how, from where do I download a song? Let's just find a song from somewhere. Guys, I have downloaded this Itachi BGM from Zedge, and now let's just add that to our website. So it is similarly, it is in the assets folder. So I'll do dot slash assets and then Itachi BGM.mp3. If I hit save, come here and refresh, you should see this. Okay, so this is the audio element which we have. We can play this. Like right now, I don't know if you are able to listen to this, but I am able to listen it in my headphones. So I hope you are able to listen. So, but it is working fine. If you're coding along with me, it's all good. You should be able to listen it. And this is the option for the mute, and you can adjust the volume. This is these are the default. This is like the playback speed. These are the default options which HTML provides us for our audio elements. Similarly, if you have an directly hosted audio clip, you can directly add the link here and it will work fine. Okay, now let's talk about meta tags, which I told you in the beginning, which we use in the head, right? Now, these meta tags, you won't be able to see them actually. These are not for the client or viewer to see. Okay, so these are done like something like meta, and within this meta tag we provide details like name. Let's just say something like viewport. This is a viewport meta, and then the content within this we're going to give, like, let's say width equals to device width, and then let's just say something like initial scale. I'll explain you what this does, but for now, let me just add that thing. So this is it. Now, what does this do? This tells the web browser or search engine that for the viewport, for the viewing part of the website, I want the width of the website to be equal to device width, and the scaling should be actually 1, or which you can say 100%. The scaling should be exactly 100%, not more or less. That is the initial scale. That is what I mean. Now, what is the scale thing? Is this website, I can zoom in, zoom out, right? From control plus, control minus. So that is what I mean. Initially, when the website loads for the first time, we give an initial scale of 100% and a width of device width. If it's a mobile phone, it will take the width of the mobile phone. If it's a laptop, it will take a width of a laptop. Similarly for desktop as well. Okay, so we have covered most of the major tags which we have used. As we go further in the playlist, further in this course, we will learn more HTML tags when we learn React, when we are using JavaScript in the next session along with CSS. There is a lot more coming for you to learn. So this is what it is. Now coming to the most important part and the bonus part, not most important, but the bonus part, which I said previously, which I promised you previously, is about some cool extensions which you can use to like speedify your typing process. Like you saw, right? When I was typing like audio, I'm getting a suggestion. I need not type the slash audio myself. VS Code is completing that. And to give you another exaggerating idea, let's just say, let's add one and let's say my first website. And if I click on go live now, it has directly opened the website for me. I need not go to the HTML file, open it with my browser and stuff like that. And now one more major thing. If I change this to my first cool website and hit save, coming to the browser, I need not refresh the page. It's automatically refreshed for me because I made some changes and saved the file. So I need not refresh it again and again. So to do this, there are two extensions which you can download in your VS Code. Let me show you. One is, let me just show you, just give me a second. One is live server, which is this thing. When you click on this button, it will take you to the website, which is auto refreshing. It is called live server by Ritwik Day. The next one is prettier code formatter, which like you can see if I keep this H1 here, hit save, it is automatically formatted, giving proper spaces and etc. For that, you can use the prettier code formatter from prettier itself. And then we have JavaScript ES6 code snippets. I was supposed to tell you about this snippet in the JavaScript session. I will also tell there, but for now, I have already told it. So these are the three extensions which I want you to install in your VS Code, which will be cool and it will like amplify your HTML coding. And so that is it for this episode. In the next episode, I will come back again, but this time we are going to convert our website to look cool. This time the website is just cool, but the next time we'll make the website cooler, maybe the coolest. So yeah, that is it for this video. From the next video onwards, we are going to cover more tech, more full stack tech. And yeah, with that, thank you for watching. This is Ash signing off. I'll see you again in another badass video just like this one. Until then, bye bye.